I call to order the Board of Use Authority special meeting. Board of Directors is Thursday, December 18th at 1 o'clock. I would ask if Councilmember Mr. David Chapin would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Danny. Okay, if we could have roll call, please.
City of Carmel by the Sea, Mayor Pro Tem Beach. City of Delray Oaks,
Here.
Chair Egan. City of Marina, Councilmember Brown. City of Marina, Councilmember Amadeo. City of Monterey, Vice Mayor Hoffa.
Here.
Monterey County Supervisor Potter.
Here.
Monterey County Supervisor Calcagno. Monterey County Supervisor Parker. City of Pacific Grove, Councilmember Lucius. Here. City of Salinas, Mayor Gunther.
Here.
City of Sam City, Councilmember Carbone. City of Seaside, Mayor Rubio.
Here.
City of Seaside, Councilmember Pacheco.
Here.
29th State Assembly District, Taina Vargas Edmond. Here. Chair Eden, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Lena. For acknowledgements, announcements, correspondence, today is a very important day in history. This is our executive officer's birthday, Mr. Michael Hulmard. He informed me today that it's legal, he can actually drink now at a bar. Michael, do you have any other acknowledgements or announcements?
Just a couple of things, just real quickly. We had a meeting this morning with our colleagues from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the California Department of Toxic Substances Control. We met with the Army. Several members of the board had asked questions about the schedule of the transfer of properties that are under the ESCA. And there was a newspaper article that was accurately described that recently, but several board members asked questions about that. And just wanted to make sure that with all of those, our colleagues in the regulatory agencies also agreed that that article was accurate. So that's the answer to all of you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next business items, first of all, second vote, approve one-year renewal of Preston Park Management Agreement with Alliance Communities. Any further discussion by board members? Seeing none, out to the public, any further discussion by members of the public? Back to the, I'm sorry, no, go ahead, I'm sorry, please.
Okay.
If you have public comment, just stand up, please.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So, hi. I'm Denise Turley, Vice President of the Tenants Association at Preston and Abrams Park. I will make the same comment I made similar last time and also at the Marina Council meeting, which is we are asking for a reinstatement of MAC meetings, Management Advisory Committee meetings. And we are also asking for quite a bit of discussion on performance, lots of performance issues. And that's pretty much it in total. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment by members of the public regarding this item? Okay, the public comment period is closed. Mr. Robert Norris. Robert?
Are you here?
Yes. Could you answer the questions, please?
On the question on the reinstatement of the management advisory meetings, we're in favor of them. We're following through with the board's directive that we, make every effort to meet with the representatives of the Tenants Association.
Okay. Thank you.
And representative from Alliance is ready to come in.
Yeah. It's Corey Williams from Alliance, and I've pretty much concurred with. We've already talked about our agreement in going forward with making every efforts to communicate with the Tenants
And
Association.
you'll have the MAP meetings?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you say annually?
Regularly.
Regular. Oh, no. No.
Okay, thank you. Back to the board. Any further discussion, or entertain a motion, please? Okay, Supervisor Potter moves approval.
Second.
Mayor Rubio this time. Okay, Councilmember Lucius will be the second in this case. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next, second vote, authorize Preston Park budget amendment for compliance work. Any further discussion by members of the board? Seeing that out to the public, any further discussion by members of the public?
So, my question on this, I think this is the toilets issue,
Yeah.
okay? And my question on this is, the toilets issue is, I see, kind of moot until you actually have a settlement agreement. Do you have a settlement agreement? Thank you.
Any other public comment with regard to this item? Public comment period is closed. Mr. Robert Norris, would you like to answer that?
As indicated in the board report, we would normally carry this out as phased over a year or more, but in anticipation of meeting the requirements of a settlement agreement according to the regulations that were passed to us from the MCWD, this work must be performed before the close of any escrow on the transfer of the property. And so we've had to accelerate it, and in order to accelerate it, we need to transfer money from the capital project savings to non-routine maintenance line item in the operating budget. And that's the request that's before you today.
Thank you. Mr. Woolward had a comment.
I just want to add, and Robert just confirmed this for me. This work would have been included in the budget that was not yet approved. And the idea was these water conservation devices are good for water conservation for the whole region, and so we'd already started the process of doing it. It's not just, it's several kinds of water conservation devices. And so that was important. The speeding this process up allows us to be able to get it done in this year, and we only have a 6-month extension of our loan. This property is transferring somehow in 6 months. In order to be able to complete all that work, we would need to get started anyway. So that's just an extra comment about that. Robert, is that accurate? Robert, is that correct?
Yes.
What I was saying, Tim, is that still didn't answer my question. I think my question was a simple yes, no. You do or you do not have an existing settlement agreement.
We do have a draft settlement agreement that's being negotiated between council for the parties, and anticipate that will be done before the end of the year. And it's incumbent on the board and on the seller, FORA, to get this work started as quickly as possible.
Okay. Entertain a motion?
I motion.
Mayor Gunter made the motion to approve, to authorize the Preston Martin budget amendment for compliance work, and Mayor Rubio seconded. In discussion on the motion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Next, second vote, approve corrective amendment to the executive officer contract. Second vote here, any discussion, any comments by members of the board? Yes, Mr. Hobbs.
Yeah. I'm obviously new to this board, so I'm not privy to any of the evaluative process that may have happened in the past. But I want to explain why I voted against this last time and why I intend to vote against it again today. There was a salary study shared with our council by Council Member Downey that looked at the salaries, operating budget, number of employees for the regional agencies in the county. Out of those agencies, our executive director is the highest paid in terms of annual salary and second highest paid in terms of total comp. As you know, FORA has an agency of 15 employees. Many of these other agencies have as many as 100 or 200 employees and budgets considerably bigger. So I would appreciate hearing from the executive board what the rationale for an increase at this time is if you look at the comparative data.
Okay, we're not looking at an increase at this time. All we're doing is looking at his contract, which was pulled together over 4 different documents before. And when the consolidation of those documents were put together, it was done, there were certain statements in there that were incorrect.
And what are those statements?
I'll ask our
The primary issue is just there was a merit increase allowed in the previous contract. In the new contract, that specific language was left out. So this is just a corrective amendment to be consistent with the agreement that had been in place for many years. That's all we're voting on, just to make it consistent.
Okay, well, with that understood, I can support the motion, but I hope that when this comes back, for those who want to propose a merit increase, we will look at that comparative data.
You'll have all the information that has been compiled by the staff.
Yeah, thank you for your comment. Any other comments by board members? Out to the public, any questions, comments by members of the public? Seeing none, back to the board, entertain a motion.
I'll
Okay, Supervisor Potter made the motion, and
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Carbone, second. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Next, we have public comment period. Any member of the public may address the board on any item not on the agenda. You've got 3 minutes. Any member of the public wishing to address the board? Seeing none, public comment period is closed. Are there any items from the members?
Yes.
Yes, Mayor Rubio.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I think we all,
I'm
yes.
amazed, anytime somebody says a meeting's gonna last 20 minutes, it usually lasts like 40 minutes. This one's under 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'm shocked.
Well, thank you. What I would like, two things I'd like to say, well, 3 things. One, I think we all second Mayor Rubio's Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah for the holiday seasons. Number 2, I appreciate the professionalism of you all, the last minute coming together. You know, I mean, we all have other things to do. You're here on time. We got the meeting accomplished and so forth. I really do appreciate that. And the third thing is, we have an overtime check for each one of you. You can pick it out on the way out at the door. You get overtime for the pay you're getting for this meeting.
Double pay for me.
I think you've got to recognize Lena, because she herded all these cats.
Yes.
So you got to say she had a challenge.
All you cool cats were herded by Eileen, and we all got here on time, and it's, you know, it's always the staff that gets us going in the right direction.
May I ask a question?
Yes,
Since
please.
I didn't make it here on time, I should have followed you out because you obviously got here faster than we were all at the same meeting. Can you tell me what the results
We
were?
approved,
of the-
unanimous votes, second votes were approved.
Okay, that was fine.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Yeah, just to follow up on Lena, the rest of the FORA staff deserves
Yes.
kudos as well. They've been
Yes.
working under very extreme conditions for the whole year, and I appreciate every single one of them for what they do for this board.
Well stated, well stated. Okay, anything else? Ladies and gentlemen, we're adjourned. Thank you.
That's the first thing.
I'll get anything done.
Yeah.